Hello and welcome to the 39th episode of Quizzing with the Members. One of my favorite things to do on this channel because, like I always say, people from all over the world, anywhere you live, you can be a part of this. We also do the quiz show where we come to different cities. We are coming to Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru very, very soon. But if you don't live in these cities and you want to quiz on this channel with me, with fellow quizzers, then Quizzing with the Members is a great way to do that. Which reminds me that we have a defending champion who's back to face three people. Two of them have been here earlier. One of them is making his debut. Let me call them one by one. Our first guest needs no introduction on this series. At least give it up for Munaf.
Hey, KV.
Munaf, so glad to see you back.
Happy to be back.
You won one, and then Pavan came, and then you went out, and now you're back. Exciting. Exciting to have you back, Munaf. On that note, our debutant is from Kolkata, lives in Delhi now, spent his college years in Mumbai, works as an editor at S&P Global, used to do quizzing in school, and then now he's back to quizzing on quizzing. He's married, but he's in a relationship with Manchester United as well. My condolences. Give it up for Pollock.
Hello, KV. Hello.
Pollock, welcome. The new season has begun.
Yeah, I was up day before yesterday, all night watching that.
What's your prediction, Pollock, for Man United? 19th or 20th? Which one is more?
Interesting figures you say, 19 and 20. That's the difference between the titles between your club and mine, right?
Oh, nice! Nicely done. Very nicely done. Titi Devo Baba. So I will, you are, whatever trash talk you want to do, you can do. On that note, somebody who is one of the most sweet contestants on quizzing ever. Give it up for Saumil.
Hi, KV.
Hi, Saumil. How are you? Have you figured your frame and everything?
Yeah, I hope this looks okay.
This looks beautiful. Okay. Saumil, you're joining from where?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland. Okay, cool. Portland, Oregon. Yeah. Portland, Oregon. Made famous by Nike and other things. Give it up for our defending champion, Uttam.
Hey, KV. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Uttam. How does it feel to come as like the defender and all that? Does it feel good?
I mean, it does feel good, but there's the added pressure which wasn't existent in the last one. I came with like no expectation.
Are you a bigger fan of Paul McCartney now, Uttam, than you were before?
I went back and heard his music.
Yes,
He heard his music.
On that beautiful Beatles note, let's begin. You all know how this works, right? So we'll straight away start the quiz. Direct to Munaf first. Munaf, Jason Kohler, 21, a high school student, told that X was bullied by other students and seemed to be a loner. He had no facial expression when he walked through the school hallways. Kohler said he wasn't like with the clique. So he always had, I guess, a target on his back. Another former student at the school, Sarah D'Angelo, remembered him as a quiet kid, not obviously political or violent in any way. She said the only time he spoke with her was when their class was waiting for their graduation ceremony to start. A third classmate, who asked not to be named, said that he was very smart, took honors classes, and was shy. She said that he had a group of friends who were fairly conservative, some of whom would wear specific hats. There was definitely chatter about him just looking a little different, the classmate said of him. Almost a retro nerd vibe. Who are we talking about? Who am I describing here?
I might be way off base, but is this the guy who tried to assassinate Trump?
Can you improve your answer, Munaf?
I don't know I don't remember his name. This was recent during the Valley when his bullet hit Trump's ear. I'm blanking on the name.
Okay, we'll take one round. We'll see if someone improves on your answer enough. Otherwise, we'll close this with points to you. Going to Pollock for next,
Yeah, same thoughts. I was there, but I can't just recall, so I will not waste time. I'll pass.
Okay, going to Saumil.
No, sorry, I can't remember. So pass.
Okay, passing to Uttam.
Same thought. blanking on the name, so I'm just gonna pass.
Okay, cool. Okay, since nobody improved on Munaf's guess, Munaf will get points on this. I'll give you 8, Munaf, and close this.
Okay.
8,
Fair.
and because the funda is right, and on quizzing we definitely focus more on funda than specifics. But just to clarify, if anybody else got the exact name, they would have gotten more points. But Munaf, you're right. He's the person who tried to assassinate Donald Trump recently. Thomas Matthew Crooks. Okay. But yeah, you got the funda, so I'm giving 8 to you and closing this. This is, of course, we are talking about Thomas Matthew Crooks, which means the next direct will be to Pollock. This whimsical assessment tool, named after a famous nursery rhyme character who had a great dash, is used to evaluate the likelihood of pediatric patients experiencing similar mishaps. It includes 7 criteria such as the child's age, gender, medical condition, cognitive function, environmental hazards, reactions to medical procedures, and medication intake. What is this cleverly named scale? Okay, what scale are we talking about?
Going
Yes,
by the word preceding the dash, I'll guess Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty scale. Well done, well spotted. The big clue, of course, like Pollock said, was character who had a great dash. And dash, of course, is fall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. We're talking about Humpty Dumpty scale. Well done. Pollock also on board with 10 points. Next direct will be to Saumil. Okay. Skinner and Badiel, famous for hosting the Fantasy Football League 1994 to 1996, teamed up with Ian Broody of the Lightning Seeds to write a song for the upcoming Euros. Upcoming then. They captured the frustration of home fans after the team's semi-final defeat in Italia 90, expressing the pain of another summer of unrealized potential. It created something timeless. When I say something timeless, even today we know what they created. If someone who is unknown to the concept and he or she asks a question, why do they say dash, dash, dash? My answer, as someone who follows football closely, would be because they are stuck on 1966. Just filling the blank or tell me what are we talking about? Just funda is enough.
Are dashes indicative of the length, KV?
Not really, Saumil.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay, I'll just guess. Summer of 69.
Not summer of 69. Going to Uttam.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and take a guess. Why do they say it's coming home?
Yes. Beautifully done. 11 points to Uttam. Every time there's a football tournament, whether it's World Cup or Euro, the whole chatter in England and all over the world starts, which is, it's coming home, it's coming home. So when you say, why do they say it's coming home? The answer is maybe they're stuck on 1966. In case you don't follow football, 1966 was the last time England won World Cup, or for that matter, any major trophy as such. And yeah, now everything fits in. They created this in mid-90s, the song. It's football's coming home freelance, but it's coming home was the funda we were looking at. Fantastic. 11 points there to Uttam, which means now we'll come to Munaf for another funda question. I love this question. Love this funda. Military manuals, Munaf, suggest the hand salute started with knights raising their visors to show friendliness. This became a military gesture of respect. The Indian Army keeps the palm facing the officer. The Air Force points the hand upwards. The Navy has a distinct salute with the palm facing down. Explain why the Navy's salute differs. And just to clarify to everyone watching, there are always more than one theories of most of these things. But what we are looking for is the most widely accepted funda behind why Navy has a particular salute. And just to add an extra hint, don't just focus on Indian Navy per se. Most navies in the world tend to follow this tradition for some reason.
I mean, based on what the question says about the Air Force, the hand is facing upwards. I mean, is it because the sea is below them?
Oh, like that. That's also very creative. This thing, oh, because Air Force Air is above.
Right, right.
Oh, nice. No, but not the Funda.
Okay.
Going to Pollock.
Yeah, I was thinking on similar lines, so I need to recalibrate.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to sound very weird, but uh, going by the Knight's logic, if they open their visors to show respect, maybe going on the submarine lines, you close your visors in the Navy.
No. Going to Saumil.
That was kind of my guess as well. So, Kevin, the funda has to do with this raising the visors, right?
No, not really. Not necessarily.
Not really. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Does it have something to do with how the cap of the naval forces is?
No. Going to Uttam.
Okay, so I have in all this time I formulated two fundas, I guess. So I'm going to go with one of them. Is it to wish calm waters to fellow sailors?
No. Okay. But Sailor is a good track. So we'll start from there with a hint for Munaf that this happens because of sailors, whatever we are talking about, the reason as to why their hands are down is something to do with sailors back in the day. Okay, so think on those tracks. Don't think anything else. Focus on sailors and think of how a sailor's day would be, okay, and how they would not want to show disrespect to their superiors. And focus on hands. Okay, so focus on a few things. Focus on sailors. Focus on specifically on hands. So don't think about water, nature, sea, anything. Just focus on hands. Think of how the day of a sailor would be back in the days, particularly, and also think why or how they would want to avoid disrespect to their superiors. Should we take a round with that? Maybe try and think a little bit. Creative. Yeah, Munaf.
Is it because sailors work with ropes a lot and their hands would have cuts or wounds from working with ropes and they don't want to like show them to their officers?
You're actually very close, Munaf. I don't want to pass because the point distribution
Okay.
would be very, very tricky. You're very close. They work with ropes, they work with a lot of things. So their hands would, don't
Would
think
be
blood.
would be calloused, or they would have gloves on their hands.
No, now you are getting older.
So not blood. Okay. They work with ropes. Their hands would be dirty, I guess.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty is a good keyword that I was looking for. Just
Okay.
that they would work with ropes and grease, particularly. So their
Right.
hands will be dirty the whole time. And it wasn't considered,
Respectful.
it was considered disrespectful to show dirty hands to your superior. So instead of doing this, they started doing this and started hiding the. And this is beautiful. These salutes are. The funda is this. Sailors often had dirty hands due to handling ropes, tar, and other equipment on board. And to avoid showing a dirty palm to a superior officer, which was considered disrespectful, the naval salute was modified so that the palm faced downward. That was the beautiful. But amazing guesses, everyone. Because the Air Force guess was very, very good track. I mean, that is the funda. It's usually like a slightly 45 degrees to show that, we are soaring high. You know what I mean? Because we are Air Force. Reference to that. The army has amazing funda as well. Because back in the day, you would salute like this to show that you're not carrying any weapon. So that is why army salute is very like I'm just declaring that I have nothing, and that was the funda, and Navy we just found out. Fantastic. 5 points to Munaf for the dirty hand funda. Oh, beautiful. Okay, from that we continue with some sort of a military funda again, direct to Pollock this time. Discharged from his military service at the War Inquiry Commission led by Hamoud Rahman. Just tell me who is the author of this book. And you have the book cover and a bunch of hints on the book cover. I want the author's name. the betrayal of East Pakistan. And because of what's happening recently, the book is again in news. Okay, we'll start again whenever Pollock is ready.
Guess wouldn't align with the title of the book. I mean, if that person has written this book, why would they title it such? But that's the only name I have in mind. I'll go with Mujibur Rahman.
Not Mujibur Rahman. Going to Saumil.
Is this the sort of the chief of Pakistan Army who signed the surrender?
Okay. Back to Thomas Matthew Crooks. Saumil, can you improve on that
Okay.
guess?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the name. It has been shown in multiple movies.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
right.
General Zia-ul Haq.
No, I'll quickly go to Uttam and Munaf. Uttam?
Is this Zia or Rahman?
No, going to Munaf.
Is this Ayub Khan?
Not Ayub Khan. Okay, so I'll
Okay.
give Funda points to Saumil and close this. And thank you in some sense to Uttam and Munaf for not getting it right, because that would have been very complicated point split. So yeah, Saumil, you're right. It is the person who surrendered. It's the person who signed. And he is General Niazi, A.K. Niazi. And this is that iconic photograph of 1971, 16 December. And this is that now makes everything makes sense. East Pakistan surrender to India, and then later, of course, he was court-martialed and everything. Fantastic. Saumil, you got the Funda. I want to give you, just to be fair, just like Munaf, I'll give you 8 as well, just so whatever parity we can try and create. 8 points to Saumil, which means now everyone is on board only after 5 questions, which is fantastic. A.K. Niazi. Okay, 8 points to Saumil. Next direct will be to Uttam. This traditionally grew wild around the Gulf of Mexico, from Tampico around to the northeast tip of South America. The Totonac people who live along the eastern coast of Mexico in the present-day state of Veracruz were among the first people to domesticate it, cultivated on farms since at least 1185. The word is derived from the Spanish word meaning little pod, which is the diminutive of the Latin vagina or sheath, describing the shape of the pods. The word entered the English language in 1754 when the botanist Philip Miller wrote about the genus in his Gardener's Dictionary. Widely considered to be the second most expensive spice as measured in terms of average price by unit of weight after saffron. What are we talking about? What's the word?
Okay, I'm just going to take a guess here without wasting more time. Is it the cacao bean?
No, passing to Munaf.
Is this Pepito?
No, passing to Pollock.
So the word entered the English language in 1754. After that, do we popularly known it by that name? It's a very weird
Yeah.
question to ask.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a spice, but because it's Mexico, I'll go with agave.
Not agave, going to Saumil.
Is it mace?
No. Okay, we'll start again with Uttam. This is a clarification I want to make before we took the first round, but I thought no, not fair. So I'll make the clarification now. I feel you can be different. We are all different. But I think that I would not associate the answer with a spice, although it is technically spice. That's the first clarification I want to make. When you think of this thing, you don't think of this thing as a spice, is what I feel. You might think. Or the other way around. When you think of spices, you don't think of this thing. So I would urge that don't think spices, is what I would say. Okay. The second hint is think flavors. Flavors.
Block.
Yeah. Saumil has blocked. We'll start whenever Uttam is ready.
Okay, so that clarification has actually kind of thrown me off.
Oh shit. That's why I was saying
No.
it's not a spice. Please, whatever
Only
you
with
think.
my second guess. The first one I was pretty adamant on going with that, so that's absolutely fine. But my second answer, I had something in mind, and I don't know, somewhere it was fitting with the with the diminutive as well. Um, okay, I am going to take a guess based on flavor. Is it vanilla?
Yes, it is vanilla. It is vanilla. 5 points there to Uttam. It is vanilla. Yeah, so I mean, I don't consider vanilla a spice when I think of vanilla. But yeah, it is technically a spice. Vanilla is a spice. And Spanish word vainilla, basically means pod, okay, which comes from the word vaina, which means a sheath or a pod. And that word vaina comes from Latin vagina, which also technically means sheath. Okay, so vagina, vaina, vanilla. That is the etymology of the word. And I think we used this funda in one of our earliest editions of quizzing, I feel, where, you know, vanilla comes from vagina was the funda. And yeah, we're talking about vanilla. Vanilla pods, 5 points there to Uttam, which means the next direct will be Munaf. Munaf, it began as a C++ desktop program developed by brothers Lars and Jens Rasmussen at Where 2 Technologies. In October 2004, the company was acquired, which converted it into a web application. After additional acquisitions of a geospatial data visualization company and a real-time traffic analyzer that was launched in February 2005. What are we talking about? The origins of what, basically?
I'm thinking of two things. Give me a second to decide which one I should answer with. Is this Waze?
Not Waze, going to Pollock?
I think the most simplistic guess I have, and if it's that, I would regret if I don't guess it. So I'll guess Google Maps.
Yes. Well done, Pollock. Well done. Well done. It is Google Maps. That's all. It is Google Maps. 11 points to Pollock for this. We are talking about how Google Maps started. It's a wonderful story. I would recommend everyone to go and see the origin. The origin. It's beautiful. They were in Sydney, Australia, these two guys, on a whiteboard. Were saying, yes, traffic hoga, log aayenge, aisa hoga, waisa hoga. They started doing that. They created something called a tile server, and then so on and so forth. Like it became this, and then became a desktop application, became this, and eventually became Google Maps. Fantastic. 11 points there to Pollock. Next direct will be to Saumil. Okay, Saumil, in a historic debut at the 2024 Summer Olympics, this sport has gained recognition alongside disciplines like sport climbing and surfing. Scheduled at the iconic Place de la Concorde, this event features 32 skilled participants showcasing their mastery in solo battles with moves like windmills and 6 steps. Originating from its successful showcase at the 2018 Summer Youth Olympics, what is this dynamic competition known as? What event are we talking about?
Know about this, read about it, saw it, and can't remember the name now. Oh man. Can't remember the name. Just gonna guess. Craze.
No, passing to Uttam.
Okay, so my thought process here is that historic debut and successful showcase are tongue-in-cheek, and this is breaking or breakdancing.
It is breaking. Well done. It is breaking. Fantastic. Thank you for saying breaking, because, and not like breakdancing or anything. Breaking is what they call the sport. 11 points to Uttam. Breaking, of course, much talked about event even before it made its debut in these Olympics. Breaking. Okay. And I don't think breaking will be a part of 2028 LA Olympics.
it's
But
removed.
yeah, we were a part of.
Yeah, they
Very
have
good.
discontinued it. I think they announced it yesterday.
Yeah, they announced way back when they announced breaking will be a part of this. तभी बोल दिया था 2028 में it won't be there. So it has nothing to do with what happened in this Olympics. Breaking is correct. 11 points to, very crucial 11 points to Uttam, because that changes the scorecard at halftime. Let's look at halftime scores. Munaf with 8 on the Trump assassination funda and 5 for dirty hand funda is on 13 points right now. Munaf followed by Pollock with 10 on Humpty Dumpty scale and 11 on Google Maps is on 21. Saumil has 8 for General Niazi Funda, the Bangladesh War. And then Uttam has a slight lead over Pollock with that breaking answer, 11 points for breaking, 5 for vanilla, and 11 for it's coming home Funda. So 27 points to Uttam right now. So right now Uttam leading with 27, followed by Pollock on 21, followed by Munaf on 13, followed by Saumil on 8. But 50% of the quiz still remaining. We'll start with Uttam. Now the order will be Uttam, Saumil, Pollock, Munaf. This is for Uttam. Louis de Dash was a prominent French politician in the court of King Louis XIV. As per popular belief, the sauce, certain sauce, was created by his personal chef, François Pierre La Varenne. La Varenne is also credited with writing one of the earliest known French cookbooks, La Cuisinière François, in 1651. It's believed he mentioned the recipe in his cookbook and named it Sauce Dash after his patron, Louis de Dash. And the image is also given as a clue. All I want from you is, what is the name of the sauce?
I'm going to do a Neville.
Drawing a blank on the name, so I'm just going to pass.
Okay, passing to Saumil.
White sauce से किया था Alfredo.
Not Alfredo. Going to Pollock.
It'll be embarrassing after I said I was doing a Neville. I'll guess bechamel.
Yes, that is correct. 12 points there to Pollock, one of the mother sauces of French cuisine. 12 points there to Pollock. We're talking about bechamel. Okay, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. It is bechamel, and just like every food thing in the world, there are different origin stories, but this is the most widely considered origin story. Some people say it was created in Tuscany and then brought there by the Medici family, etc. A bunch of stories. But François Pierre de la Varenne says that it was created in the honor of Louis de Bechamel. That's the answer we're looking for. 12 points there to Pollock. Great stuff. Which means the next direct will be to Munaf. Okay, Munaf, Dan Smith, frontman of Bastille, had originally written Happier for X, but the band ultimately decided to keep it for themselves. We've been having a great time writing for other artists in and amongst making our Bastille albums and mixtapes, Smith told Enemy. Last year, we wrote a song called Happier and everyone got really excited about it. So we thought it would be good as a collaboration. We had a really interesting time getting to work on it with Marshmello, who managed to find some euphoria in a pretty melancholy direct song. Okay, and that is the poster of Happier with Marshmello and Bastille. Give Me X, okay, the person who they had originally written it for, who was influenced by Michael Jackson and Boyz II Men, amongst other black artists growing up.
Is it Post Malone?
Not Post Malone. Going to Uttam.
Yeah, I can't find any hints here as to the person's identity. So I'm going to go with an obvious answer, maybe something that's coming to the top of my head. Is it Taylor Swift?
Not Taylor Swift. Going to Saumil.
Is it Ed Sheeran?
Not Ed Sheeran. Going to Pollock.
Influenced by Michael Jackson's throw of confusing the timelines. I'll go with a generic guess. Justin Bieber.
Yes. And when Uttam was saying, like when he was building up to the answer, I thought he was going for Justin Bieber. It was like there are no hints, but one person I can think of. Song came in whatever 2017, 18, influenced by Michael Jackson, so has to be after. Grew up in 90s and later. So it will be Justin Bieber. Well done. Fantastic, Pollock. Once again, we're talking about Justin Bieber. The song Happier was originally written for Justin Bieber. And yeah, great stuff. 10, 11, 13 points to Pollock because it was Munaf's direct. Great. This is Justin Bieber. Okay. Very, very crucial 13 points. Which means the next direct will be to Munaf again. Okay, looking at a one-word answer, 1 or 2 words, but yeah, one word, one keyword. Dash consisted of a unit of 84 villages. The individual villages were governed by an elected council known as the Panchayat. A unit of 7 villages was called a thamba, and 12 thambas formed the dash unit of 84 villages, though a dash of 12 and 24 villages also existed. They are not only found mostly in northern India, particularly among the villages of Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh, especially Jats, rather also among states like Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Dating back to the 14th or 15th century, as part of the social structure of the people, what are we discussing?
Are all the blanks the same, KV?
Yeah.
Can't think of anything. I'll say Zilla.
Not Zilla, going to Uttam.
It's going to be my guess. So let me think. Okay, I'm not sure if this is actually a word to signify a unit, but is it gram?
Not gram, going to Saumil.
Is it pinned?
Not pinned, going to Pollock.
Oh, pen was going to be. Okay. Again, have to recalibrate. Again, I'll go for something generic. Nagar.
Not Nagar. Okay, we'll start again with Munaf. And anybody can block me at any point. My first hint is think social decisions, like decisions on issues. I'll wait for a few seconds if somebody wants to block. Okay. Second hint is Panchayat is a good track to take. So think dash Panchayat. Okay, dash Panchayat. Decisions on social issues. Think Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh. Saumil, are you blocking?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll start whenever Munaf is ready.
Is it Khap?
It is Khap. It is Khap. 5 points there to Munaf. We are talking about Khap. Khap consisted of a unit of 84 villages, and sometimes Khaps of 12 and 24 villages would exist. Then there is also Sarv Khap, which is a like a super umbrella Khap part, which consists of all the Khaps. And yeah, there are Dahiya Khaps, etc., different Khaps. And they're also in news every now and then for their decisions on different social issues. We are talking about Khap or Khap Panchayat. 5 points there to Munaf. Whew. Okay, next direct is to Uttam. Uttam, okay, visual hint is also there. I don't know how helpful, but this is the actual visual. This has been one of the largest opium producing areas of the world since the 1950s. Most of the world's heroin came from it until the early 21st century when opium production in Afghanistan increased. The name was coined by Marshall Green, a US State Department official, in 1971 in a press conference on the opium trade. What name are we talking about? And I'm looking at a 2-word answer. So a 2-word name for this region that you see on your screen, and historically has been one of the largest opium producing areas of the world. Most of the world's heroin came from here until Afghanistan overtook dash dash. That dash dash was coined by Marshall Green. And just to clarify to all of you, dash dash is also used at other places also. It's not exclusively meant for this place, but yeah, one of the biggest usage of dash dash is for this place.
So dash dash is more of a generic term than the specific noun for this place.
Can say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking for a 2-word term here rather than a region. Okay, I am drawing a blank here, so I'm just going to go with, I don't know, powdered gold.
No, going to Saumil.
It's coined by US official, but somehow I'm just gravitating towards Afim something, like Afim Bag.
No, going to Pollock.
Might be wrong, but I'll give a preamble to this. Thank you for not reacting to Uttam's answer. My guess would be Golden Triangle.
Yes, Golden Triangle. Well done. Perfect. 12 points there to Pollock. It is Golden Triangle. Golden Triangle, the borders of Thailand, Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, basically at the where, and these are two rivers I think would be Mekong and Ruak, and this is Golden Triangle. Okay, this is the Golden Triangle: Myanmar, Laos, Thailand. Golden Triangle, amongst other things, known for being one of the highest producing opium regions in the world. Fantastic. Okay, 12 points there to Pollock, which means the next direct will be to Munaf. Okay, film question. Munaf, Amitabh Bachchan and Kamal Hassan worked together after 39 years in Kalki 2898 AD recently. The movie was produced by S. Ramanathan. It starred Amitabh Bachchan, Kamal Hassan, Madhvi, Poonam Dhillon in lead roles. Now talking about a different movie. Rajnikant played a cameo role as friend of Amitabh Bachchan. The film is one of the highest grossing movies of the year 1985 and was considered a hit. My God, sorry. The film is one of the highest grossing movies of the year 1985 and was considered a hit according to its overseas performance. The song and direction of Yaron Pe Kurban Hone Yaar Aaya Hai was inspired by Firoz Khan and Vinod Khanna's song Kurbani Kurbani from Kurbani. Which film are we talking about?
Amitabh Bachchan and Kamal Hassan. No idea, KV. I'll say Hum because of
Not
Rajnikant
Hum.
and Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah. Fair. Rajni and Amitabh, two out of three are there in Hum. Going to Uttam.
Was going to be my guess. I'm just gonna pass.
Okay, passing to Saumil.
Just going by the theme, Dosti.
Not Dosti. Going to Pollock.
I'm completely blanked out on 1980s Amitabh Bachchan. I can remember him in 70s and 90s. Completely blanked 80s. I'll pass.
Okay. Man. Okay, let's begin again with Munaf. What hint to give? So, okay, I almost feel like doing dumb charades, saying one word. Okay, so one word. One word. Okay. One of them, I think, if I remember correctly, Amitabh is a cop. Okay. So keep that in mind. Okay, he's a police officer. One word. Okay, hint is arrest. Arrest. Okay, we'll take a round with that. One word. Hint is arrest.
I mean, is it called Giraftar?
Yes, of course, Munaf. It's
Okay.
called Giraftar. The movie is called Giraftar. On your
Okay.
screen, you can see Amitabh Bachchan, Kamal Hassan. And yeah, they have a handcuff also in case, you
didn't know what it
you're not
means.
getting it. Giraftar. This is what that is. Then there is, of course, Poonam Dhillon, Madhvi, bunch of other cameos, Kader Khan, Nirupa Rai, Shakti Kapoor. Oh, Jeevan. Okay, fantastic. Again, dialogue by Kader Khan. Classic 80s credits, music by Bappi Lahiri. And then they worked together again in Kalki recently. Okay, 5 points there to Munaf for Giraftar. Which means now we come to Uttam. Okay. According to one theory, these were created in the late 19th century by a cook serving at Government House in Brisbane. With limited ingredients on hand, he took stale sponge cake, cut it into squares, dipped them in chocolate sauce, and then rolled them in coconut to make them look presentable. The guests enjoyed the impromptu creation. Another story attributes the invention to Lord Z, who served as governor of Queensland from 1896 to 1901. According to this tale, a chef accidentally dropped a piece of sponge cake into a pot of melted chocolate. To salvage it, he covered it in coconut. Lord Z loved the accidental creation and the Z became a hit. What is Z?
Is this Klondike?
No, passing to Saumil.
This chocolate macaroon.
No, passing to Pollock.
If you can clarify, is it an inherently Australian thing or is it popular? I mean, we would know about its availability.
It's available all over the world, but it is very Australia, New Zealand kind of a thing, for sure.
I don't know why I have this term in my mind. I'll go with, are they called bonbons?
No, going to, oh, this was Munaf's direct. Okay. So we'll take another round.
No,
So I'll take a cue from,
this was Uttam's direct, right?
Yep.
oh, sorry. This was Uttam's direct. Oh, yeah, of course. So yeah, okay. Passing to Munaf.
I mean, not that I have an answer, but
No, but yeah.
I don't know. Is it a Jaffa cake?
Not a Jaffa cake. Okay. Cool. We'll take another round, and I'll take a cue from what Pollock said. That whether it's Australian, yeah, it is really popular in Australia and New Zealand for sure. Okay, it's one of their biggest things in life. Like so much so that they have a day named after it. Like they legit do a National Dash Day in Australia sometime in July to celebrate this. Okay, but I think one way to go to this is the Lord's name, because that name all of us know. I have a feeling we've heard of the name. Okay, because just like most of these colonial officials, they give their names to so many things in the world that you tend to bump into these names in some way, right? Somewhere. For example, there's a road in Mumbai named after this person. Dash Road. Okay. Anybody can stop me at any point, okay? And let me see whose direct it is. It is Uttam's direct. Okay, so there is a road in Bombay named after this person, Dash Road. There is, of course, there are other places in the world. There is a small part in New Jersey named after this person. There is a river, small river close to New Jersey named after this person. Should we, more hints, more hints, more hints? Okay, I'll give a very local Mumbai hint if that helps. That the thing in the road in Mumbai is really popular for electronic goods, etc., etc. If you're a Delhi person, then it's Nehru Place for you. If you are a Mumbai person, then Dash Road comes even in Bollywood lyrics and all, that famous road. And of course, the main hint is the cake, which we have forgotten about, which is a cake with different flavors. Sometimes you have strawberry flavors. You have.
I think I have a guess, so
We'll take a round with that. We're starting with Uttam whenever.
Sorry, KV. There were a ton of hints there.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Is it Camden?
Not Camden. Not Camden. Going to Saumil.
Yeah, that electronics street hit close, but
Not
let's keep going.
electronics. No. Passing to Pollock.
okay, now I've confused myself. This will be weird. Maybe I've confused it with the name of another electronic street in some other city. Is it Leamington Road?
Yes, it is Leamington. I mean, not Leamington Road. It is Leamington.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. 7 points there to Pollock. It is Leamington. Okay, we are talking about Lamingtons. Okay. We are talking about Lamingtons. These are Lamingtons, extremely popular in Australia and New Zealand. Variations, of course, are available all over the world. Lamington Road is a famous road in Mumbai. Lamington River is a small river.
Actually,
in
I've been there to fix my laptop during college days, so that's Slumdog Millionaire moment.
Yeah. And yeah, New Jersey, like I said, a small thing called Lamington. There's a small river, stream kind of a thing, Lamington River. And of course, there are many Lamingtons all over the world. Of course, there are many Lamingtons in Australia. Apart from the food item, there's the Lamington National Park, there's the Lamington in Brisbane, etc., etc. But yeah, 7 points to Pollock for this, which means the next direct will be Munaf. Okay, I'm talking about a certain event. At a prestigious event known for its long history and traditions, a notable British dessert has been given a contemporary twist. This iconic cake, usually filled with strawberry jam and cream, has now been recreated with a plant-based recipe using flora spread and coconut cream. The change is part of a broader initiative to enhance environmental sustainability at the event. Additionally, a unique culinary innovation involves muffins made from a popular fruit among athletes, including its often discarded skins, which are salted and fermented before being used. During this event, guests might pay up to £2,000 for a ticket, and the players consume around 30,000 pieces of this particular fruit throughout the tournament. The menu changes align with the event's commitment to reducing emissions to net zero by 2030. What event are we talking about?
Is this something to do with marmalade? Like the discarded skins that are used for like marmalade? Like
Event.
orange. I'm sorry?
Tell you. Event.
Yeah. Is this the Wimbledon?
It is the Wimbledon. You see, strawberry cream, British just don't
Yeah.
need anything else. Everything else is red herring. Kya chal raha hai? Innovation, innovation.
I
And
noticed
there are,
in
of course,
the
some confirmatory hints like ticket players,
Yeah.
etc., etc.
Yeah.
Just think of Wimbledon. Strawberry cream, British is Wimbledon. 10 points there to Munaf.
Okay.
And we now come to Uttam for the last question. They were created in the 1940s by Ignacio Anaya at the Victory Club restaurant. Unintentionally, this has sort of become a food-themed quiz. Okay. They were created in the 1940s by Ignacio Anaya at the Victory Club restaurant in Piedras Negras, Mexico. Here's how the story goes. A group of US military wives came to the Victory Club looking for a meal. However, the kitchen was closed, so Ignacio decided to improvise and create a snack using what he had on hand. He took some leftover, cut them into a particular shape, and fried them. He then served the dish as a quick and tasty appetizer for the ladies. What originated from here?
Taking into account it's Mexico and fried and a particular shape, is it empanadas?
Make it simpler. No need to think of like one of those like a Google Maps thing that Pollock said. Don't overthink. Just think of the most basic items you can think. I'll give you a chance because it won't affect the final scores. I'll give you a chance to improve.
Okay. Just gonna go with the yuca fries.
No, going to Saumil.
Nachos.
Nachos, that's all. 11 points there to Saumil. We're talking about nachos. And Ignacio Anaya is considered to be the person who created nachos, particular shape, triangles mostly. Fantastic. Saumil gets it right. It is nachos. Okay, end of the quiz. Everybody can now nachos. Okay, that's it. That's the end of the quiz. And yeah, man, fantastic stuff. All of you, as always. Yeah, I mean, I realized towards the end that there were like 3 or 4 nice food questions, but they're never really food questions. There's always something. But well done, everyone. And I also like these small things we do, like from one question to the other. Like we had this dirty hand funda and then immediately moved to a military Niazi question. Then if you go back, you'll see Bechamel, French was there. And the very next question was a band called Bastille. You know, these small things. Too much fun. Okay. Let's do it. Let's look at the final score. Munaf had 13 in the first half. He got 5 for Khap, 5 for Giraftar, and 10 for Wimbledon. Munaf, as always, well played, well done. Always a pleasure to host you. 33 points.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we'll come to Saumil. Saumil had 8 in the first half, then he got nachos at the end. What a great party this is. Saumil ends on 19. Uttam had 27 in the first half, and Uttam ends on 27, but well done, Uttam, well done. And now we come to Pollock, who had a fantastic second half, 21 in the first half. Then he got 12 for Bechamel, which was one of the most crucial answers you got. And again, Justin Bieber, another crucial one with 13. And then Golden Triangle, another crucial one with 12. And then 7 to top it off with Lamingtons. Pollock, you're the new winner of Quizzing with the Members with 65 points. 65 points. Definitely more points than Manchester United will score in this season of Premier League. Pollock, but well done, genuinely, Pollock, because the thing is, you got a lot of things that pass to you, which means like a lot of questions, shots were taken by everyone, but eventually it came to you with like Justin Bieber to Bechamel to Golden Triangle. Fantastic stuff in the second half. Pollock, I can't wait to see you again with 3 new contestants. Always a pleasure. Saumil, so nice to see you. And like I said, you're one of the most like sweetest. You have some very nice vibe, which is very like, "Arey yaar, sahi hai yaar, Saumil ko aana chahiye yaar."
Points nahi mile to I'll take that.
And Uttam, of course, always a pleasure. We are doing, like I keep saying, we are doing a lot more members quizzes now on the channel. So I hope to see all of you way more frequently than earlier. But thank you so much, Saumil, Munaf, Uttam, and we'll see you soon, Pollock. Thank you.
Thank you, KV. Congrats,
KV.
Pollock.
Thanks a lot.